Imagine you're fighting an enemy who's nullifying your magical abilities, so you think, I need to gouge his eyes out. Twice. What's good, gang? I really need to talk to you about a book, okay? I really have to talk to you about a book. It's the first book that I have read in 2024, front to back. I don't like starting off my years with really good books because it sets an expectation for the rest of the year, and then quite possibly the next book I read is going to be awful. But I had to read this one, so we're going to talk about it. Alright, so the book I read was A Vengeful Realm, Breaker of Chains. This is Tim Facciolo's second book in his A Vengeful Realm epic fantasy series, and it was so good. First of all, I do have to say this was an arc of the book. The book comes out later this month. Big thanks to Tim and NetGalley for getting me this arc. The day it dropped, I went straight to NetGalley and got it. Okay, book one was so polished. I was expecting the same caliber from book two. Okay, I was going into it with expectations. Usually, I don't get expected up. Usually, I don't carry expectations, but I had to for this one. Okay, I had to. Okay, I had to. So let me start off by saying I thoroughly appreciate Tim for including a recap of book one at the beginning of book two, and he also went so far as to bold the names of all the important, memorable characters from book one so that keep an eye out for this one in book two as well. Snaps for you on that, brother. Second thing is, I told y'all in book one there were so many fights happening in this series. If you're one of those people who doesn't actively act out books in your head as you're reading them, I need you to start practicing. Okay? Start practicing this skill, because otherwise you probably won't get the full effect of this book and this series. It is so action heavy. There's so many action scenes. I could go on for probably 10 to 15 minutes just about the action, and I won't do that to you, but I might do that at some point later on the YouTube channel. But we're gonna keep talking about the action. Oh my god, it was so good. The choreography, the movement, the imagery that he used, the words that he used to let me be able to visualize all of this action was so good. Especially, there was a part in the middle where Zephyrus is cloaked in like a shroud that he makes for himself, and then so he just runs through an army, opens up his shroud, and then starts knifing people, and then the shroud goes back and they can't see him. So he just like stealth running through this army, like you see in an anime when you have like a character like running through a band of people and you see chop 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 chop. That was happening right then and there. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. I do think book two was as good as book one in terms of the plot, mainly because it did take me places that I did not expect, and Tim did do things that I did not expect, even in the beginning, middle, and end of the book. In each part, it was like, oh shoot, why did you do that? What's happening? Why is this happening? Oh, I expected this. I did not expect this. So I thoroughly enjoyed an engaging plot line also in book two. Book two syndrome does not exist in this one, people. Book two syndrome does not exist in this one, in my personal opinion. And we're going to talk about book two syndrome later. But it does not exist in this one. And the last thing I want to talk about is the fight. No, I'm kidding. We're done talking about the fight scenes for now. The characters, all right? We have Zephyrus. We have the returning characters from last book, right? Zephyrus, Layden, Bacchanalia, Marcus, Varos, Danella. Fuck her. Thraina, right? And we also have some of the antagonists, right? Danella, Damascus, Skeleton King. We have the gods, who... You can't trust gods in any series, right? In no series can you actively trust the gods, because if the gods are in a series, they're there to fuck you over. That we know. We know that, okay? The gods are there to fuck you over. Now, what's really exciting, and I want to make this conjecture for book three, okay? And if it turns out to be true, remind me to come back to this video if I forget. Remind me to come back to this video. You probably won't, but I'm gonna say it again. Remind me to come back to this video. So I think, and this might be a little bit of spoilers, but I think in book three, we're setting up for a 3v3 showdown. Okay? We're setting up for Zephyrus versus Phoenix. we're setting up for Layden versus Damascus, and we're setting up for Threna versus the Skeleton King. I think that's what we're setting up for, is a 3v3 showdown. And I mean, Tim, I need you to go brazy with the action in this, right? I need you to go absolutely bonkers with the action in book 3, because I just know that showdown should be epic. If the fight scenes that we've seen so far are as good as they are, the showdown in book 3 should be epic. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, that's all I want to say about this. All right, I do absolutely love the magic system that's come out of this book, especially in book 2 when he expands upon it, because we have what? We have fire, water, earth, lightning, I think lightning, I'm pretty sure lightning, force magic, and then healing magic, right? So all that wrapped up into a gladiator, that's dope, right? To me, that's dope. And I love the use of what he calls elemental magic and then manipulation magic. I love the two. There is also blood magic in here that some people use, but that one's super fucking niche. That all being said, I really enjoyed my time in this book. As usual, I enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed book 1, okay? And if I think that, I surely believe that you will like this book, okay? I'm not gonna stop recommending this book and this series, okay? The first book, Scales of Balance, was one of my favorite books of 2023. And depending on what I read in 2024, this and or if book 3 comes out could be my favorite books of 2024 also, okay? I'm not gonna stop recommending this book. I truly think you're gonna take any recommendation from me, go and read A Vengeful Realm, Scales of Balance, and then go and read A Vengeful Realm, Breaker of Chains by Tim Faciola this year. Okay, this book drops on the 24th, I think. I'll double check that and I'll put it in the caption if I get it wrong, but it drops later this month. And it's going to be good. It's good, I promise you guys, okay? It's good, okay? You get action, you get magic, you get magic action, you get action magic, you get gladiators and fighting, you get a lot of fighting, you get a lot of fighting, you get a lot of fighting, you get blood magic, you get a lot of fighting, you have family drama, you have god drama, you have drama with gods, you have ethereal shit, you have more action, more fighting, more fighting, more fighting, magical fighting, you have hissy fits, you have temper tantrums. Like, you just have a lot of stuff in this book. I think you have almost everything you would want in a book in this book, in my opinion. There's even a little bit of romance. There's a teeny bit of romance. Just enough. Just enough. Anyways, that's enough for me. I'm done talking about this book for now. Go read the book. Go support Tim Faciola. Go follow him wherever he is and whatever he's doing. Look out for book 2 coming out later this month. Go read book 1 if you already haven't. I read them both in ebook, so I was clicking through that bitch